A new Town Hall 10 3-star attack strategy that you guys are going to love. The Mass Valkyries wreck bases. I'm your host, Judo Sloth. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe for all of my Clash of Clans content, but today all of the attacks we'll show you are from Elite Gaming and our CWL War Against War Wales. If you want to go ahead and join us, our clan tag is on the screen there now. You can check the Discord link in our clan description if you want to join, but let's get straight into this 3-star attack with Beatdown, the Valkyries. Now, a lot of the time what you want to do is implement a queen charge into the attack, or at least a queen walk. That's going to very importantly set up a funnel for you guys. Now, often on base layouts, make sure to scout, guys. See if you can make that funnel with just some snipe troops, so you can see minions on the left and the right create the funnel very nicely alongside a baby dragon, which is going to help. Now, we start the queen at the top here, and the main thing, you're going to see single target Inferno, so you do not want your queen locking onto that. You need the Valkyries in quick enough in order to distract and take down them Inferno Towers. So the funnel is made. You can see the Valkyries coming in from the top here. There's no way for them to go. They're going to go into the base itself. Single target Inferno is distracted. Now, the very important thing, guys, don't even bother taking rage jump spells, wall breakers, anything like that. The rage spell allows the Valkyries to tear open the base. We can't even keep up. This is ×1 speed, and look at the Valkyries tearing the base up. You need them into the core. If they walk around the side, it's raid over, basically. You're not going to get the 3 stars, but look at them tearing through the base. Under rage spell, they will just rip their way through walls. A mass group of them like that is going to tear apart a base, and the rage and heal spells work nicely. Now, what you might want to do, we've kind of missed it on this one, we will show you it on a next replay. You might want to implement some Hog Riders or even balloons onto the back end, depending on what defenses there are. So you could see the Hog Riders nicely allowed the Valkyries to kind of concentrate their fire into the middle, and it meant that they weren't going to just get picked off and worry about the defenses on the other side. Meanwhile, the queen is still alive with the healers. She's going to do a nice job finishing off there as well, and you can see the bowlers alongside the king is going to make this the 3-star attack. And we had multiple attacks with this war, guys, so make sure to stick around for the next couple of attacks. We even have a Town Hall 11 triple for you at the end of the video. So next we have base number 26. This one by JMO, again an absolute beast. 15 Valkyries, and basically just supplementary troops from there in order to allow the Valkyries to get in. So you can see the Inferno Towers on this one. Obviously we need distracted with that Valkyrie. Using a baby dragon on either side, very simple funnel can be created on various base layouts. Don't forget, guys, that your queen is going to help to make the funnel. You just have to send her in the correct direction. So actually, a baby dragon was enough to send her where we wanted, and she's going to create the funnel. Meanwhile, we have troops at the top of the base that again create the funnel. Now look again at how narrow this is. The Valkyries are going to go directly into the base here. They do drift that little bit onto the town hall, but they're still entering the base in the same compartment. Get them rage spells in to utilize the Valkyries getting into the base. So you want the spell just to overhang the base, maybe a little bit too much on this one, but you want it to overhang the base to help them get in initially, forward through that first compartment. Then just as it's bound to wear off, you can use another one to push them forward. Depending on the amount of splash damage and giant bombs in the core of the base, you might want to take multiple heal spells, but the more rages you can use to power them Valkyries, the quicker they're going to take down the base. Obviously, depending on the situation in terms of the Inferno Towers, you might want to take a skeleton spell, as we did in this one, to distract that single target Inferno. If you can't quite guarantee that your Valkyries are going to directly target, you might then want to, you know, distract it with that skeleton spell. Definitely worth it. Again, just a couple of Hog Riders, and at this point you can kind of watch the attack and where the Valkyries go, you can use the Hog Riders to come in and snipe defenses. Towards the end, we still have bowlers, Valkyries, king with the ability, queen with the ability. Although there are a few defenses, you kind of have the power there left in order to take out the base. So you can expect your Valkyries to pretty much go down, but you can expect that towards the end of a raid, your king and queen will start to make it. So again, beautiful 3-star attack there. It's all about being able to set up that funnel, get them into the base itself, and then it's more the splash damage around the base as well as to whether you can get them healed and through the base. Now this one, any of you guys that watched my stream, this was an important attack for us at Elite Gaming. It was right at that point where we really needed a Town Hall 10 3-star in order to pull things back a little bit, and this happened. So I kind of had to show you it. It's agonizingly close, guys. The funnel being created on this one, unfortunately, could have done with the Archer Tower going down with that group of balloons. We need to use a couple more. That means we have less in terms of the end of the raid, being able to snipe off defenses. So not great there, but again, Valkyries used to take out that building. Remember, you can actually funnel them in with buildings as well. Use the remaining buildings as breadcrumbs in order to feed your Valkyries in. Once they're into the core, again, just watch how they tear apart the base. Rage spells on top of it, and they will fly forward. Giant bombs going off, but you can see a heal spell right over the top of them, because a big group like that, if there's multiple giant bombs going off, you need the heal spells in there, guys. And it is all about if they can get in there, get that down without taking too much damage. Basically, you need enough point defense spread around the base so that there's not too much concentrated on the Valkyries. Towards the end, similar thing happens. They break their way right the way through the base. So look at that, they've broken from one side of the base to the other. The balloons are used on the Arch Tower and the Wizard Tower that they missed. Again, that's exactly what you want to do. You can't always guarantee the control of the Valkyries. They might start to steer off wherever they want to. As long as you can get key defenses down and there's nothing tricky on the outside of the base necessarily, then you should be good to go. So again, you want the queen to be able to reach them defenses. She's going to on this one. At this point, I remember commentating this live thinking, man, I don't think we have enough defenses, but the king was so clutch to just casually walk around, try and get in front of the queen. She takes so much damage having to press that ability, really didn't need that giant bomb going off. But again, just look at the king. He slowly walks around, and how clutch. Archer Queen takes out the Archer Tower, gets caught on a building to allow the king ahead. He then starts to tank, and it works out beautifully at this point, but then it works out not so beautifully. He walks very slightly across to the left to that gold storage, and then the cannon locks onto the queen instead of the king. It would have been a 3-star attack if it wasn't for that, but you can't win them all. We were willing that king, but he just didn't have enough to get through the wall and take out that final defense. Man, them 2 balloons that we had would have been so helpful. So very, very close. Still utilizes the Valkyries. A lot of people saying that Valkyries are dead, but guys, three pretty much 3-star attacks at Town Hall 10 in the CWL with Valkyries as well. Absolute beast. Let's move up to our Town Hall 11 3-star. We got this war, only the one. Again, I haven't really discussed the score. War Whales getting their 3rd victory of the season, so congratulations to them. We are now 2 for 2. Definitely going to come back fighting again in week 5. Make sure to stay around for the live stream of that one, guys. Make sure to subscribe to keep up to date with that. But DJ, you've seen him hitting 3-star attacks already this season. Comes in from the west of the base with a nice kill squad, very similar to the 3-star attack he got in week 3 actually. Coming forward with all of the heroes and the bowlers, taking out the enemy CC and the enemy queen, very importantly, and a bunch of defenses. It's one of these ring bases where when you can carve an area of the base out, you can then really control the pathing of the balloons. And I really like how quickly he gets the lavaloon in here. The queen uses the ability, then the lava hound is in. Try to protect that queen if you can. She will then help with cleanup, and the lava hounds spread right the way around the base here, coming across from the right right hand side very, very shortly to try and keep the balloons focused right into the middle of the base and down to where they can merge together towards the end. You don't then want a bunch of balloons like kind of lagging behind these balloons in the middle having to split up and some of them going across to the right, so that's why you bring them around quite quickly around the base to then merge in the middle. You can see all of the balloons now coming together towards the end of the raid, and that is what's going to give you the cover fire and the power in order to get through. Obviously you need to kind of debate and take care of the wizard towers as well. You can do that with back end balloons, or in this case they obviously circle right around. You might use haste spells as well. One at the bottom here shoved a group of balloons down to the south of the wizard tower, which meant they could loop around the back, but Lava Hound still up, able to finish off the raid. A bunch of lava pups and minions are going to wrap up the 3 stars for DJ. Again, I hope you have enjoyed this one. Make sure to leave a like if you did. I've been your host, Judo Sloth, and until next time, peace out, guys.